Oh, hi. We take a look at migration trends pretty much every month because they're really important to understand for the housing market. And month after month, we've been reporting better news than the month before. You kind of have to wonder, is that ever going to stop? At some point, are we going to have to start talking about some bad news? Well, today may be that day. There is a lot of good news to talk about, so let's talk about that first, but then we do have to admit there's a little bit of bad news here as well. Last month, 10,000 people moved into the Puget Sound region, King, Pierce, Snohomish, Kitsap, and Thurston counties. That's a 32% increase from January 2014. Now, that's really a significant number, but it does not count the number of people who move out. Still, it's a big number, it's a big improvement, and as you can see from the chart, it's an improvement in all 5 counties. Okay, granted, we're not going to see 32% gains every single month. Some months are lower than that. Over the past 12 months, 112,000 people moved into the region, and that's a 15% increase for that whole 12-month period compared to the prior 12 months. That's still a dramatic increase in the number of people moving into the region. What we're counting here are driver licenses, the number of people who turn in their out-of-state driver license and get a Washington state driver license. So it's not a perfect measure of migration, and it doesn't count the number of people who move out. But it's a really good indicator, and it's updated by the state every single month. Now, last month in our video, we did an analysis of how many people move out compared to how many people move in to the state. On a statewide level last year, about 1/3 as many people moved out as moved in. So if you take that 112,000 number, the number of people that moved into the region in the last 12 months, knock off 1/3 of it, you still have about 75,000 people moving here as net in-migration over the past 12 months. Now, here's the most interesting chart of all. This chart shows the number of people moving into the region every single month on a 12-month moving average. So if you look at July 2013, where the chart begins, you can see that 7,900 people moved into the region basically each month from August 2012 through July 2013. You go to January of 2014, that number increased to 8,100 people moving in every month. And now you look at January of 2015, and that number has jumped to 9,400 people moving into our region on average every single month. Now, this chart is absolutely beautiful. That trend line is just a steady upward trend, which is pretty significant. So that leads us to the good news, bad news discussion. All you've seen so far is nothing but good news. And it is good news for investors and developers. It means more demand for all types of housing. But the bad news, and there is some bad news, you look at all of these additional people in the Puget Sound region, and if you're thinking of buying some season tickets to the Seahawks, you've got a lot more competition this year. So good luck, and you better get moving quickly to get those tickets. I hope that you enjoyed today's video, and you'll come back next week for another weekly apartment update.